Okay, we should be live now. I have a window open so I can, kind of see chat and Discord and stuff, but it will be extremely hard. So if I miss anything, I apologize, everyone. Okay, let me just get my layers up here. Okay. Okay, yeah. So welcome to the live stream, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. We are working on the 6 Dev 1 Project Challenge. Um, 6 developers are all working on one project, relay race style. I'll explain that a little bit more in just a second. But first, I wanted to just give a quick shout out to Vibe Panda. They're a partner in this series and they're presenting in Discord. And if you look on stream now, we actually have a QR code. This QR code is a link to join that Discord, the Vibe Panda Discord. So I'll just be kind of showing that periodically throughout the stream today. So if at any point you want to join and be a part of that audience over there in Vibe Panda, feel free to join. So that will be something we'll be doing. All right. And then for now, I'm just going to kind of minimize that out the way. Oh, let me, the whole thing. There we go. Oh, on Discord, you can't see my screen. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. And the option isn't available for me. Will I have to disconnect first or? Okay. Yeah, it's when I go over it, the cursor becomes like a no sign, like a circle with a line through it. Um, okay, I think I can do it now. Hold on 1 second. It's starting to work. I think I had to turn off my video because then it popped right up. Okay, awesome. So everyone should see the 6 Devs 1 Project website. Okay, awesome. Great. So we're good to go. Okay, so I wanted to just start out on the website real quick, just so we could kind of go over the project, what everything is, and what it's about. So, the mission, we're just exploring what's possible when 6 developers build one product together, one dev at a time, one piece at a time. So, the goal is to create an MVP in 12 hours. Each developer gets 2 hours. And the attributes of this challenge are kind of the collaborative spirit, to do it in a high energy format. So everyone has 2 hours to kind of drive innovation forward. We want to do a launch ready MVP by the end of this. We're really looking to hope to launch this on Product Hunt. But again, this is live. Anything could happen. We could, end up a burning, ball of fire at the end of this. So it might not go to Product Hunt, but we're really aiming for that. Fingers crossed. Creative freedom, diverse perspective. So we want everyone to bring their unique skills, their viewpoints, their weirdness to the project, and of course, built in public. So this entire project will be built in public and streamed in front of everyone, and will be wrapped up in a nice YouTube video at the end. If you go down even further on the page, we have the project ideals. These are just the 6 project ideals that were submitted, and we have the chosen ideal, which is the medical PDF translator. Excuse me 1 second. So that's what we'll be working on, the medical PDF translator. That was chosen by Ray in stream number 1, and he kicked us off starting with this. There's a real good audience behind it, a real high search volume. It looks like there could really be some traction behind this ideal, and we'll go over that even more here shortly. If you go down even further on the site, you can meet the team, get some links from everybody. Again, some of this is still being updated, so just be on the lookout for that. And you can also check our schedule of stream times and days. And there we go. So let's lock into this first one here. First of all, Thomas, are you still with us? Awesome. I wanted to check in about because I wasn't able to make yesterday's stream. Um, Rose, I know we had an issue that she may be, dropping out. Have we able to talk about that at all? Absolutely. Yep, yep. And just in case you couldn't hear that on the live stream, because I'm not sure if the audio's flowing through because I have the way I have it set. Um, Rose may be stepping down, or I think she is stepping down from her position in the challenge solely because she had a whole lot of work to do to begin with. So she was really doing us a huge favor by even agreeing to join in the first place. But then she got sick. So she will be unable to participate. We're looking for a new fifth developer. So if anyone from the community wants to jump in, awesome. Hit me up or hit Thomas up. If not, though, no worries. Thomas will be jumping in to help. But if um anyone else, definitely jump in. And okay, awesome. I was just checking through the Discord chat. I see some people said they couldn't hear, so I was making sure that wasn't an issue with me on my end. Yeah. Okay, just try it. We good? Awesome, awesome. Good deal. All right. So we'll just go back up here. And again, this is 6devs1project.com, all one word. Feel free to, go here to keep up with the project. You can click to watch current streams, but you can also play back the original episodes as well. So it's real easy to kind of keep up with everything that's going on. All right. Next up, I kind of just want to highlight Imaginary Space. That is the incredible product design team and agency that is sponsoring and put together this wonderful project. This is where, hold on one second. Sam's saying he's having some audio issues. I just want to make sure if that's a me thing or if it's everybody. Okay. It could, I would say it could be on my, okay, okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you. Just please report if there's any issues and we'll kind of work on it. Again, so back to the project at hand. 6devs, one project was kind of put together by Thomas of Imaginary Space. Imaginary Space is an incredible team creating projects, apps for different companies such as Dude Wipe, WonderUp, etc. Um, they've been vibe coding and going beyond and doing actual development coding for clients now, doing real awesome projects for real huge clients, and they're the whole reason we have this um, project to even do. Like it's the whole reason we're doing this. So thank you to them. Next up, I just want to kind of share a little bit about me and what I do. So I am a UX designer and a no code developer and definitely a content creator. And for years, I've been creating content and helping produce content over at teamtreehouse.com. That's an online educational platform to learn coding. So I just kind of wanted to shout them out and kind of bring them up a little bit today because I noticed in our first stream with Ray, there were a few users in the Discord who noticed and mentioned that the stream was a little bit more technical. As I had mentioned in that chat, Ray is a ex Apple developer of 12 years. So there definitely might have been some high level technical scenarios and topics going on during that stream. And I just want to say, I feel no code and AI, all of this is a great gateway drug to learning to code. My personal mantra is kind of no code to low code to go code. It's like you'll definitely kind of get started with no code, but then you'll kind of want to customize things a bit further than what you're used to. That's where you'll kind of learn code. And then even using AI, you'll learn code like while practicing in vibe coding. And then eventually, if you want to, you can learn to fully code. And I just wanted to shout them out. It's teamtreehouse.com. This is their website here. And again, it's just an online learning educational platform. And this is my profile on there, my teacher profile. I currently have over 20 workshops there. I've started way back when GitHub Copilot first dropped, like the first week or two that it came out. So I've just been kind of adding to their no code and AI education ever since, talking about all the different products that are out. And most recently, we just put out a track called AI for Everyone: Build Powerful Apps Without Coding. This is a 12 workshop series that'll kind of teach you through the fundamentals of no code development, kind of what is GitHub, what's hosting, what's front end, what's back end, really break down those fundamental terms if you're not familiar. Then we cover everything from Lovable, Cursor, Replit, Windsurf, prompt engineering, planning your PRDs, project requirement documentation, designing wireframes, creating your brand identity with AI, and even build a few apps from beginning to end using Replit, Lovable, and Bolt.new. So definitely something to look at. I know there's a free 7-day trial that'll let you access any of the content on there. After that, I do think it's paid. But if anyone has any interest, just mention it in the Vibe Panda Discord or reach out to me personally. I'll see what we can't do to kind of maybe get you a longer extended free trial to get you in the system. Okay, and up next, I wanted to kind of just show off Ray Transcribes. I'm logged in here. Let me log out real quick. Uh, let's see if I can. Ray. Here we go. Okay. Ray Transcribes. This is the app created by Ray Fernando, who started off our first stream. Um, this is a really nice app. It's, $7 a month, but what it does, it takes any audio, any video, no matter the length, and it gives you a full text transcription in about 30 to 60 seconds. For really long videos, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, it can do it in under 2 minutes. It's lightning fast. It's amazing. And some of his more recent models he's added, it does even better at transcription. It understands like the new technology like Cursor, Anthropic's Claude, DeepSeek. So it spells those correctly throughout the transcript. It doesn't mess that up, which I was having a lot of issues with that in Adobe Premiere. But I actually bring this app up because I missed a good portion of Ray's live stream, a few parts here and there, but I missed almost the entirety of Emery's live stream. Because of that, the way I was kind of able to get caught up was I downloaded each stream as a MP3, so just as a really long audio file, uploaded them in here, and then I had the full transcription. From once I had that full transcription, I was able to throw that into Chat GPT to get a summary, to kind of get the key points that happened during the stream, some things I might need to be privy to, that sort of thing. So that's what kind of got me back into track. But all right, let's start exiting out of some of these things. Okay, and then I'm actually going to go to the repo here. Okay, awesome. I can see that the repo's been updated with everything. My only issue that I'm noticing is it says the last commits were from 2 days ago. So let's see. Okay, we only have the main branch. Okay, so I'm not sure if Emery was able to push any updates to main. If anyone has been following. Okay, awesome. No worries. Okay. Okay, awesome. So Thomas is going to check with us and see if Emery can push to main his updates. If not, though, I'm going to kind of jump around and talk about a few other things. I almost think he had to have pushed to Maine because we have this marketing doc, and I thought that was the landing page ideas. I don't know if that came from Ray originally. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and take a moment and I'm going to talk about that just a bit. So I'm not sure if this was Ray or Emery or a combination of the two, but the developers before me created this doc inside of our GitHub that it's basically just research, marketing research. It starts with kind of a persona, and basically it's saying our user for our app, which again, our app is a medical translation app. So it's like if you get documents from going to the hospital while on vacation, say, we have a perfect example right here. So a usually healthy mid-30s professional from the US is vacationing in France when a scooter accident lands her in the hospital. She's discharged with 5 pages of French only radiology reports and a prescription list she can't decipher. Her insurer wants English records and they want them today. Her primary care doctor at home back in the States can't clear her to fly until, she gets those translated documents. She would just use Google, but Google can't handle the medical jargon. And it's, every certified translator, which would be manual, those sites are charging her between 35 and 150 per page. And they're saying it would take around 3 to 5 days. So the whole problem we really have here is that this could take a few days or even hours to get back, and it's quite pricey. So we're looking to maybe turn this into like a SaaS, maybe do a subscription model or a one-off lower fee, and that does something almost instantly. So it kind of eliminates that pain point of waiting so long. So good deal. Okay, I don't see any comments on the live. At least they haven't come through in Ecamm. On Discord, okay, everyone says they should be good now. Sam seems to be doing better now. York, hey, how you doing, man? I think we're good to go here. Okay, awesome. So just continuing on. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I cannot complain. Just kind of getting started here, easing into thing. Okay, so next we have kind of our user profile, our demographic and psychographic profile. So our users are 28 to 55. They like to travel, mainly could be considered digital nomads, primarily US, UK, Canada, and Australia based. They're going to be heavy mobile users, can store docs in Google Drive or iCloud, and pays online without hesitation. Oh, so they're very hip to online culture, technology, and they're not really going to have a laptop or an iPad while they're out and about. They may have one in their stash and in their gear, especially back at the hotel, but we want something that's with them at all times. So they always kind of get insurance, travel insurance on these trips, but the rules are unclear. And, as it says here, 46% of people skip the pre-travel health preparation and screening. So cool. Oh, it says Emery said he just pushed. Good deal. Good deal. Let me see. It could just be a time issue. Yeah, I think that could be it because we do have cursor rules updated 18 and 17 hours ago. The README was updated 17 hours ago. So yeah, I think we could be good there. So I'm just gonna open that up in a new tab. And then let's go back to the marketing docs for now, just to finish talking about that. Okay, so we go back and the job's to be done, and this is for the user. This is what the user's thinking. I need this French discharge summary in plain English before tomorrow's follow-up call. My US insurer requires documentation in English or they'll deny my claim, and my hometown doctor must review the x-ray report or I can't fly. So again, they're just trying to get this documentation in English or in their native language as soon as possible, mainly within 24 hours. And a couple pain points and frustrations the user is going to face is sticker shock, the pure price of how much it's going to cost. Again, anywhere from $25 to $150 per page. And again, you're going to be looking at slow turnaround times. So it could wait a while. Okay. And then again, medical jargon, even using Google Translate or something similar, it's not going to correctly identify all of the medical jargon and acronyms. So that's definitely an issue. Emailing sensitive records and just letting anybody do it feels risky. HIPAA fears with that. So again, we're not aiming to be HIPAA compliant with this first MVP, but that is something we will consider and think about and talk about. And then again, often working from hotel Wi-Fi or cell signal as they'll be using their phone. Good deal. And then typical search behavior of the user, like how they would stumble across a service like ours, is they would use queries like translate hospital discharge summary, French to English, urgent, or they may search medical records translation same day. And then also, is PDF translator HIPAA compliant? I would also argue there might be something like real-time record translation or same day record translation. So that's also definitely possible. Okay. And then willingness to pay in an emergency, and it's less than 5 pages. What's kind of been surveyed is $50 to $120 one off is reasonable to over 80% of the travelers if the delivery can come within 2 hours or faster. We also have large files, so $15 to $30 per page cap, still below human agencies. So, okay, that's kind of what they're willing to pay, 15 to 30 per page. And, again, we're going to be charging way less than that. And then, ongoing travelers will be looking at something like $15 a month with 20 pages included, and then maybe an upsell for additional pages. So next up, we have some solutions that have tried and failed. So Google with DeepL document mode, it can't parse handwritten notes. It loses tables and it has no medical glossary. So not ideal for our situation. Hotel concierge or a bilingual friend, someone you may know that's, dabbles in multiple languages. Nice, but possibly inaccurate and not accepted by insurers. So not amazing. And then agency sites, certified, what you're looking for can, be accepted by insurers, but slow, can take very long. And again, if you're not familiar with the website, uploading your personal information like your passport and payment details, it can feel a little shady. So again, the decision here is speed. That's the main thing. We need results quickly. It says results under an hour. We're shooting for real time, much like Ray transcribes, how he can translate 2.5 to 3 hours worth of video content or audio content in 2 minutes. That's what we're aiming to do here. We're aiming to take a long PDF, multiple pages, and get that translated within a couple minutes max. That's definitely what we're looking to do. Clarity, we want every term simplified plus the original. Yeah. So again, that'd be great if we could in time have our MVP set up to where we could instantly output the word for word translation, but also a summary that kind of low level explains, kind of like when you go to Chat GPT, explain this document to me like I'm 5 years old. It has that right there built in. And then of course we'll need it to be secure. I love that it's end-to-end encrypted, auto delete in 7 days. So if we could actually put that in the app, that's going to be amazing. Price transparency, we're going to have, a flat per page or upfront quote. Again, if we go with a subscription model like the $14.99 or, whatever our payment plan ends up being, that will be live on the website before you sign up, which I think will go a long way in building trust with the user. and proof of accuracy. So, providing a glossary and how to view the original sentence. So, I would just say we output the original transcription word for word, and then we also provide a secondary doc or summary that gives that low level, high level, 30,000 foot view of everything explained to me like I'm 5 years old. I don't have to be a doctor to understand this. And again, um, market and traffic, 3 million users, and this is just US travelers alone, are engaging with foreign healthcare. Um, document translation keyword pulls 90 to 100,000 searches per month. So again, that's in the millions per year. And existing agency websites are pulling 191 million views per year traffic wise for people looking for this service. So again, I think we have a great reason to do this app. Um, it sounds great. This is great research and a great summary of why this idea was picked. Now we're going to go into the README file. Um, this was created originally by me. It was the only thing in the GitHub repo was the README file, just so we could get this project started. And then it was passed off to Ray. Ray added his thoughts. It was passed off to Emery, who added his thoughts. And now I'll kind of be summarizing and going through everything. Okay, yeah, I see in Discord everyone's talking about Ray's research. I I'm pretty sure that's what I was touching on in the markdown file, but that was definitely not his extended research that went to the Chat GPT files. I think we're getting the links on that. That's from the original first stream, which again, you can go to 6devs1project.com and watch any of those older previous streams and see the research he did. But yeah, he actually fed all of the ideas into Chat GPT. I'm pretty sure he used the O3 model and he kind of had those ideals compared against each other and graded. So all six of our projects, if we go back to the website here, all six of these ideals, oh, right here, all six of these ideals were thrown into Chat GPT by Ray, and they were graded on how well they thought they would succeed. And that was on a combination of factors versus, kind of ease of use, how much monthly traffic people were kind of searching for this, the search volume, and all sorts of categories. And again, we have it marked here that this was the chosen ideal by Ray after the research shown. And what I do remember from his live stream was without a doubt, this was the ideal that had the most traction. It seemed like the most profitable, the most searched, and like by far. So awesome. All right. So I'm just back here in the README file and just getting kind of caught back up to speed. So Ray Fernando, he jumped in, he selected the project. He said document translator, taking our images or PDFs. And again, we'll want images as well because people will be taking this with their phone and, getting that AI powered translation. Good deal. And we'll be using AI OCR to translate it. And yeah, so why should we do this? It solves a real pain point, leverages the latest AI models, and it's simple, useful, and extendable for future features. Good deal. Again, who is this for? The target persona and market fit. I'm not going to spend too much time going through all this because it's very similar to what we just talked about. But again, this repo is let me go back here. This repo is completely public. So I'm actually going to share that in Discord as well. So if anybody wants to kind of build off this project and go on, but also if they just want to take a look at these README files and follow along, feel free. But again, we kind of went over this initial information. We have the MVP feature list. So this is kind of important. We're going to want the MVP to be able to upload an image, whether JPEG or PNG or a PDF. So that's upload our files right there. Then we need to be able to extract the text from the document using AI, and that'll be using OCR via the Mistral model. And we'll have to, after getting that text, detect the source language, then translate the extracted text from the language it was in to the target language the user wants it in. Then we'll have to be able to store both the original and translated text in our app, which looks like we'll be doing that in a Vercel blob store. And then we'll generate a shareable link for the translated document for the user so they could share that off with a health provider perhaps. And then we want a simple user-friendly UI, user interface. So awesome. Good deal. The tech stack so far, we're using Next.js, React, Tailwind CSS, Vercel AI SDK, and the Vercel Blob Store. Design direction, which again, I'm going to be heavily influencing and responsible for today. Clean, minimal, and accessible. Focus on clarity and ease of use. Responsive and mobile friendly. Mobile friendly is a key because again, this needs to be accessed on phones. If for any reason you log on or log in through your phone to use this app and you can't use it, the screen's getting cut off, we can't actually get to the form, can't read it, it's a loss. That's completely hurts the end user. So right there. Then we have the project structure. So how to work, the user is going to upload their image or PDF via the user interface. So that's the web app, the front end. The file will be uploaded to the Vercel blob store. A public URL will be generated. Vercel AI SDK using the Mistral model will extract the text, dissect the language, and translate. So good deal. And then we kind of have the file directories, what all the files are doing. So good deal. That's great for me to get up to speed and everything once I start working and everything in Cursor. And then implementation details. Good deal. And then next step for developers, refine the front end skeleton, improve UX. This was Emory yesterday. And then today for me, Dev 3 will be adding design, branding, colors, logo, typography, all those sort of things. Here is more of the competitive landscape. So I'm pretty sure this was some of the research done by Ray. And it just kind of shows what their core pitch is, each competitor. This is just competitive analysis. So, the service DeepL PDF, their core pitch is their unrivaled accuracy. So they're competing on their product saying it's accurate. So it's super accurate. I don't know if they're competing on speed. I know competing on speed will be a big thing for us, but we'll also want to compete on accuracy as well. Turnaround speed, manual upload, download. So pretty instant, kind of what we're looking to do. Definitely requires an account. One click. This next one, small PDF translator, they do one click, no sign up needed. So that's pretty cool. There's upsells, of course. Again, says they have a nice brand trust of 1.7 billion users. That's pretty cool. That's neat. I just I find it a little hard. Let's go here. Yeah. Like I have to assume this isn't a terrible landing page by any means. It definitely works. But if you were to get started immediately and just come across this in a Google search and just drop your files in and it just starts working, A, that's a good thing, but also B, I just feel like without creating an account and learning more about this app, it's a little untrustworthy. It's like, would I trust this app to drop my files in here? Especially stuff with my, health information, my name, my medical conditions, my social security number, those type of things. So definitely something we'll have to consider and think about moving forward. Oh, looks like I went too far back. Okay, and just checking on time. Seems like we went on a lot of time just going back through the old files here. So I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. Okay. So this is still the information. I'm sure most of this was provided by Ray for the most part. UX flow, okay. And again, I know Emery was working on some design research and UX research as well. So I'm not sure if he was able to contribute to this or if this is his. Canva AI brief. Okay, pretty cool. So we got some colors and sort of everything picked out. Okay, okay. So we'll definitely work with this. Project values. Awesome. This is great. So again, we definitely have a good starting point from the developers beforehand. Ray really went above and beyond to lay down the foundation and the strategy. I know Emery was able to get some functionality working yesterday, and he also set me up for success with some design research, including this Canva AI brief. So I'm actually going to get a new tab going and start using some of these ideas. So I'm bringing that tab over to the other side so I can get that information. All right. And I'm on a website called Coolors, and that's Coolors.co. Coolors.co. This is a great website for generating color palettes, but I'm also going to use it to establish our palette because we have some colors already established in that README file. And then when I can lock them in, so if I hit spacebar to generate a new palette, I won't lose my colors here. But I think we might not have to even generate any colors. I might have the entire palette from Emery, so we'll just go with that and start from there. And it's saying this gunmetal gray, and you can see it names everything below. Brandis blue, Robin egg blue, gunmetal. It just AI being AI, just giving you a little playful name on things. But it's saying this gunmetal would probably be our text color. This could be a call to action color, it says, or like an announcement color or a countdown chip color. Okay, so these are all the colors it has. So these are our main colors. Buttons and headings is saying it's what it's thinking for the blue. Okay, okay. So far so good. And then I'm just gonna go back to Discord here. Okay, I just took out that last color because it was just these four colors. So good deal. So it's kind of thinking these colors, first of all. And let's see, I have a few different. Uh, Here, let's just take this out of. Oh, let's exit full screen. Go back. I probably just lost my colors. No, I didn't. Excellent. Cool, cool, cool. Let's say I'm not going to log in to save them or anything, but we'll just keep them right here. And I can't think offhand, but there were some really cool color palettes that let you play around with your colors. Oh, someone just dropped it in chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sam just came through clutch. Yes, W's in chat. W's in chat for Sam. He just came through clutch for that. That was awesome. Okay, so now we can switch up those colors. Let's go back here. Okay. Gunmetal was for the text, so let's go back. And text. All right, and then it says the green, how was the teal used? Highlights progress, okay, progress bar. The yellow was for accent colors, so that was for this. Secondary color, I'll put the teal in there, even though I don't feel that that's necessarily going to be the secondary color necessarily. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay, for the like use of like how to use this and to get the website to be the coolest I want it to do, let's take that blue and make it secondary. Then let's take that teal and oh, okay, yeah, this is all right. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but it's a good start. It's showing us how the colors could work together. It's a good deal. And there's another, I'm just going to do Tailwind CSS color. Here, this is another good one too. And this can run off of like even just one color. So what I want to do here is I'm going to highlight our blue. Oh, delete all that. I'm going to add a secondary. Oh, I can't add a secondary color on the free plan. That's all right. That's all right. See, yeah, like there's a lot of really good elements. I'm just going to start taking a few screenshots of those. I like those already. Then let's use the yellow. Oh, see how that looks for some things. I wish there was some actually same like some buttons in this UI example. The cards are great, but the buttons would add a lot more to it. But no worries here. Just checking chat out. The purple could definitely work. Sam in Discord suggesting a purple. Um, even like down here, their starter files show off a purple. It could definitely work. I'm pretty sure from a color theory, color psychology standpoint, the AI chose that bluish teal based on like trustworthiness. In a lot of cultures, blue um, goes back to a sense of calm and trustworthiness as like what it means. So I'm assuming that's kind of what we were thinking. So we'll definitely run with that for now. But again, the purple might be something that helps us stand out. But okay, we got those going. We kind of got some ideas for some elements. That's great. We're going to go back to that GitHub repo. I want to, let's see. I think it was in the README. I want to go back to that competitor analysis. Yep, there it is. Excellent. And thank you so much for everybody that did this. So I'm going to open all of our competitors' websites. And we're just going to kind of go over everything. See, they're also using that blue and the teals. So that's probably kind of where AI definitely got those ideas from. Not saying just this one website specifically, but just kind of that theme. And this was the one I talked about earlier. Okay, this one's using the purple. So that's interesting. Sam might be onto something here. I think they might be kind of channeling a younger audience and going for the AI aspect of things, maybe playing off the AI and vibe code colors. Google Translate. So this is just the typical basic app. And then the scan and translate. No, we don't need to open it or anything. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So we have all these. We're going to just start with these website ones. And what I'm going to do is very similar to how Ray threw all the ideas and had ChatGPT help. We're going to do the same thing with this. So I have a Chrome extension that's called Go Full Page. It allows me to download the entire screenshot. So we're going to get a screenshot of this website. And I'm going to save that as a PNG. I'm going to do it again for this website. Download the PNG. And we're going to do it for this one as well. Okay, so we have all three of our screenshots. We're good to go in that aspect. I'm going to keep this one open just in case because this looks pretty good. And we'll probably be professionally stealing, aka biting, aka stealing like an artist, some of this. But we'll see. Let's head over to ChatGPT real quick. Okay, and we'll use O3 maybe will be our model. And I'm just going to throw in all three of those websites. And then I'm using Whisperflow, much like Ray. So I'm going to be using that. Please help me analyze the design and layout of these three landing pages. They're all for medical translator apps, and I'm building something very similar. I want to figure out what are the best patterns and themes across these pages, but I also want you to grade them and decide which is the best and on what reasons for that, and give me full breakdown analysis and grade for each landing page, and give me the best tips of what I can do to make my landing page the best based off these three. Thank you so much. All right, so we're just going to let that think and do its thing. But again, we're about an hour, almost an hour into it. So me going back and talking about everything and explaining it all and really kind of giving my UX designer um input on it really cost us a whole lot of time, but that's cool. We're about to make up a whole lot of time really quick because guaranteed, if nothing else, we're coming out with a landing page. That's going to be my key goal since that was my original task, but we're going to try a few other things as well. But we're definitely leaving with a landing page. Sam over in the Vibe Panda Discord laughed and said he thinks it's sweet that I thank Chat GPT. Appreciate that. Yeah, I always do. It's kind of just out of personal habit, like I'm just talking to a friend, but also just the bot takeover. If it ever happens, it's kind of like that episode of Rick and Morty when the dogs take over. Morty was like a pet; he was spared. So just spare me, robots. Spare me. Gabrielle says, he just commands it, do this or you're going to jail. And I've heard both work. I've heard, you got to threaten it with, kidnapping its family. And I've heard, hey, be really nice. So, whatever works. That's my theme. Whatever works. So, all right, we got our Chat GPT feedback, and it's saying here's some patterns and themes that consistently worked across all three websites or the three landing pages. Upload, drag and drop hero component. Lets visitors try the tool instantly, reduces friction, and anchors the page around one action. DeepL and Small PDF did that. So it's interesting. It's actually saying that's a real good way to reduce friction and get people to just jump in and get started. I was kind of weary of that from a trust issue standpoint, but that could actually end up being a really good thing. The benefit cards in a tiny grid. Every website had that. Step by step how it works. That demystifies the tech and it builds trust. FAQ accordion. Section that widens scopes. We also translate blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it kind of, cross sells and explains more of the product than just the initial translation features. And then trust indicators, a combination of logos. So that's probably companies using the product, backing the product, ratings, compliance blurbs stating that they're HIPAA compliant, and testimonials. Good deal. And then we have page by page analysis and grades, visual design, DeepL PDF translator got 4. I think that's the best. Doc translator got a 2, and small PDF got a 3. Hierarchy and clarity, DeepL got a 4, Doc translator 2, 3. So it's very similar in the scores. So it seems like DeepL is the leading website design. They did good with accessibility. Small PDF kind of got flagged on that a little bit. Doc Translator, which was the purple website, they said they had small text and that didn't look good on the gradients. So the winner was DeepL, and why? Because it's clean, concise, and laser focused on one primary action. That's good for us to know. Context. You're serving a healthcare audience, so accuracy, compliance, and patient safety matter more than cute illustrations. So, okay, as a designer, this is great for me to know and to take to heart. It's very easy, as a UX designer, I definitely want to strategize and do research because that's a huge part of UX. But at my heart, I'm also a designer in the graphical sense. So I'm going to want to create things. And the no code hustler builder in me combined with the designer in me, I'm going to want to go all out, make things really beautiful, really, over the top, images, visuals, all that sort of thing. And because of that, that's not exactly the best route to go this time because of what we're actually doing. Again, I could go crazy over the top animations, motion graphics, visuals, colors, but that'll probably scare away our customer. They're looking for something serious, something that screams, compliant, accuracy, trustworthy. So that's kind of what we're going to have to look into. Okay, so it gave us some feedback on what to steal, what to adapt. DeepL singles call to action, add HIPAA ready badge. Okay, I don't think we want to do that because we're not there yet. But we'll look at everything else. Small medical grade AI, human linguistics line, note on encryption. Okay. The card grid checklist for running 12. Okay, we're not going to do every bit of this, but it gave us some good tips. I'm not going to go through all this again. We're pressed for time here, but I'm going to copy this. We're going to go into a new chat and we're going to say, you are a UX copywriter working for $1 million firms. Take this information and inspiration and use it to create an incredible landing page, or create the copy for an incredible landing page for a medical app that translates medical documents from one language to another. Not the clearest prompt, but again, we're just shooting. Sorry, Zoe. I just seen that you said it's over 5 a.m. where you're at, over down in the Vibe Panda Discord. So sorry. Didn't mean to start this early. I know we'll all be starting different times. Tomorrow's stream will be passed off to Zach. I'm pretty sure he'll be running the same time as well. So it'll be another early one. But again, no one trip on any of the times. If you're unable to miss, if it's too early or too late, if you join, great. Thank you. We totally appreciate it. But remember, all these replays will be on all of our YouTube channels, Twitches, etc. And you can always go to 6devs1project.com to play back those old episodes. They're all there as well. So, okay, this model might not be the best one we want for this. It's really trying to like output HTML and everything. So I just want it pure copy. We're going to try 4.0. Please ensure the output is copy only. So just text. We don't need any code. Feel free to take out any of the code and just leave the call to A's or the CTAs, the call to actions, everything like they are. Okay, this is great, but let's aim it more towards our end user, our target audience. And I'm actually going to go back to the GitHub. And get this persona real quick. Because it seemed like it was more general for businesses at the moment and medical professionals. Let's get this tailored so it's for ours. There we go. Now this is what we want. It's saying like the headline or in the hero section, get medical documents translated fast, secure, and travel ready. See, yeah. This is what we want everything to say. This would be our grid of our different tabs of like why they should use us. We're fast, accurate, private. Good deal. This is a great starting point. Now, thank you all for bearing with me and waiting. I know we did a lot of research and explaining. We're going to get into the thick of it now. Okay, so we started the project in Cursor, and we could definitely jump into Cursor and start building a landing page as well as iterating on the app all in Cursor. But I don't necessarily want to do that yet. I want to get some inspiration to take to Cursor. So let's go to Lovable. I have 2 accounts, so make sure I'm on my extra account here. Okay, yeah, I am. We're going to go to Lovable. We're going to go to Bolt. We're going to go to V0. We're going to go to Replit. Now, I'm not sure who all was familiar or participated or was able to watch the Lovable versus Webflow live stream that happened a couple months ago with the Webflow designer Brett from Design Joy versus Henrik over at Lovable. Henrik did an awesome technique during that live stream to where he put the prompt in to Lovable in like 4 different tabs and just let them all go crazy creating different products. So that's kind of what we're going to do just to kind of get that inspiration. I want to create a landing page for our SaaS, and I already have the copy. I'm going to provide the copy, take this copy and build a landing page and include all of the copy. All right. So what I did here is I just, I told Lovable, make us a landing page for our SaaS product. And I included the text, and we're just going to shoot it in blind. I'm not going to tell it no colors. I'm not going to say, make sure it does this or does that. We're just going to see what it does. And one thing that's cool about Lovable is if you have something copied, it just automatically pastes it in there. So now we're kind of cooking. We have all of these producing a landing page. So hopefully we'll get some good inspiration and see what we like. I'm going to save Bolt because I only have so many tokens to use per day. And we might actually build the finished landing page out in Bolt because it can do it in Next.js, which I remember Ray wanted to start the project off in Next.js. But we're also going to paste that same prompt of we want to build a landing page for a SaaS right in here. And then Replit's a different beast. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Replit, especially with the V2 update. It's going to take a lot longer and do a few different things, but I'm very interested as far as what it can do. Landing page, I know it's going to crush it, but I kind of want to just give it the idea and just be like, build this out and then come back. We'll do that, and then I'll come back with the landing page and try that. So I'm actually going to go to this. And I'm just copying the whole thing. I'm pasting in my document for my ideal. I want to create a app that takes medical documents that are uploaded via images, whether, JPEG or PNG or even PDF, and translates those to another language. So taking French documentation and translating it to English, for example. And this right here, that's that entire README file pasted on top of the ideal. And then we got that going. I'm just going to stay over in Replit for a second just to get it going. Okay, let's take a peek real quick. Okay, everybody's still working. Oh, we actually have some of them. Lovable. This one was the first one to get done. Okay. We'll check this out in just a second. I'm liking where we're starting. I like where we're headed. We'll get right into this. Okay, so Replit came out with the initial plan. a documentation, plan approval. Okay, we're not going to jump into any of these extra plans because I don't know if you've used Replit or not, but if you have, you know, overloading it with these extra features can definitely break things or give it too much to do. I'm gonna take a screenshot just so I have it later, but no harm, no foul. Let's get right into it. We're going to approve the plan. And again, if you're new to Replit, especially Replit V2, it's going to start off by creating a visual preview. So it'll take like anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to kind of create a basic front end. The front end will not work, it will not have functionality, but then it will take up to another 10 to 15 minutes in the back end to build out all that functionality that we need. And I'm just taking a moment here to check on everything as far as comments and goes. Yeah, it seems like we might have a spam comment in Twitch. Lame. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, X, or Twitch, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Again, I'm just working on 6 devs, 1 project. 6 developers were handing off a relay style participants in this project. So one developer started working on the project, he passed it off, another developer started, and that developer passed it off to me. I'm going to do a few things and I'm going to pass off the project. And hopefully by the very end, we're hoping to have an MVP that can handle taking on clients so you can sign up, create an account, actually use the app, pay for the app, and we launch it and put it on Product Hunt. Again, will we get that far? I can't tell you yet. I honestly don't know, but we're going to do our damnedest. So if we take a look here, I'm going to kind of try to give us some more room. This is the front end that Replit's thinking of. Not bad. I really like this how it works section with the arrows. I think that's really something cool. Anytime we can explain the process and break it down to make it simple, that's great. That's going to go really far with the user trust. Oh, excuse me here. So let's go back and I'm going to open this up in a new tab. This is one of Lovable's options. Get medical documents translated. This looks good. I'm not a fan of the way this card's formatted. Not a fan of this per se. I like that other one. This, this. I like this, how it works better. Real stats, real travelers. I like the idea of seeing a sample report. If we could do something like that, that would be cool. All right. Overall, it's decent. Decent. Okay, so we had an error here. Try to fix this for us. Sounds like some other ones are fixed. Okay, yep. So we have this one as well. Looks kind of similar to the last one. So we have the gradient here. I don't like how those are just listed. I liked how they were little mobile chips. Or they're not on this one. It's this one. Yeah, this one. I like how it's like those. But you know, easy to style. I don't think we looked at that one fully. So okay, they're all pretty close from Lovable. Hey, hey. I like this one, I think. Yeah. I really like this one. We're probably not going to keep this image, but it's a start. The fact that it's a hospital, says medical documents, cool. But the 60-minute average turnaround thing, this is really dope, especially once we get our app working and we can say, you know, we can turn around documents in 60 seconds or less than 5 minutes. That's going to be a great thing to have right there. That's going to be really cool. Oh, just open cursor. My bad. I'm going to actually close this folder out. But while I'm here, I'm gonna actually open up everything and just show you again. I made the initial README for the repository. So again, that's all I have here. The original README. It doesn't have what Ray put in. It doesn't have what Emery put in. So when I pull later from GitHub, it'll have all the stuff that they added. I haven't done anything yet as far as that. But okay, back to this landing page. This looks really good. Yep, yep. It's interesting what it tried to do here. It looked better than the one I didn't like before. However, I still probably wouldn't go with this. I think the how it works left to right, 3 steps, using the arrows is way simpler, way cleaner, communicates everything way better. And I'm seeing some comments over in Discord about, worried about testing, especially multiple agents and multiple versions at once, especially when you're limited on your tokens. Definitely understand that. And I definitely would be wary of that, if that makes sense. You know, there's different options and different ways to go about it. Like I know Lovable has the free 5 credits, so free 5 prompts every day. Don't know how long that's going to last, but for now, take advantage of that. Cursor, after your free or after your paid usage, you go into slow mode so you can continue to kind of prompt. It just takes longer. In those type of situations, I prompt in the background while I'm working on another task. So you have that option. And then just different other tools. There's a lot of different tools. I would just sign up and try stuff for free, like doing free trials and different stuff like that. But yeah, the trying to keep up with everything is definitely expensive and trying to have everything. Like out of all these, I pay for Lovable and I pay for Cursor, but Bolt I only have credits because they're running the upcoming hackathon, so they've been providing free credits to everyone every day. And then I pay for Replit too. So I did a year subscription with Replit when it first came out. I was a part of their beta, and then I pay for Cursor monthly and Lovable. So yeah, it definitely gets expensive fast, but everything else I'm using on a free plan. And again, just to test these documents or these landing pages out, I haven't even touched my paid credits on Lovable. These were all free because again, we get 5 and I did 4 right here. So these are all free at the moment. But let's go back. This looks pretty good too. I like how it's pronounced here. Yeah, yeah, I definitely hit limits on Claude. And it's crazy that you can even pay for Claude and it still hits those limits. I feel like Claude is definitely one of the stingiest models out. I feel like OpenAI's definitely tried to do where you can get more out of it. But Claude's nice. Like I love a Claude. Yeah, yeah. I haven't used the brand new Gemini, but I've definitely used the most recent updates, the 2.5, the Flash, the advanced for coding, and I've used them in Cursor, and I really like it. Definitely in Cursor. So okay, I think we got a starting point for a landing page. This looks pretty good to me. Um, just thinking how I want to go about this, how I want to go about everything. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of this. Okay, we're in Replit now. Let's go back. Okay, so Replit built the app. I don't know how much functionality it says, but it says that we can actually upload a file. Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna have to try to get a test document. We'll try to get that here shortly. Actually, I'll just go to Google real quick. And for those following along on stream, just kind of wondering what I'm doing, I'm just looking for possible documents that we could use to test our app. Of course, because the nature of, medical records and everything, they don't really want to provide anything. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll just work with what we got. I know we have the one here. Oh, I mean, I downloaded it as page. Okay, let me go back to my window. Open image, a new tab. Save this image. It's a WebP. Okay, hold on. A lot of little problems to work around here, but WebP to JPEG. Okay, let's use somebody else. Okay, excellent. It looks like we have that. And again, I just want to see what Replit would build but since it's building a full featured app, which like it normally does, I just want to see how it's going to handle this. Oh, so yeah, it didn't even process the document. So cool. Not even going to fight with it and see what it does. We're going to keep building because again, we're on a strict time limit here. Okay, so let's take a screenshot, a full page screenshot of this landing page from Lovable. I'm going to save it. We could always use it, but I'm actually going to see how Bolt does building it. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh, cancel that one. It's this one right here. Help me by building a landing page for my app. Make it exactly like the example in this screenshot I provided. We want it to look exactly the same layout, same colors, same everything. Stick to it as best you can. Thanks. Didn't get me saying it, so I typed it because again, the robots aren't going to get me. All right, so while that's cooking, let's go to Cursor, and I'm just gonna pull the latest from Maine. Again, this is how I vibe code. I'm really lazy. I will, maybe on that main page, click to import the HTTPS link that you get from the GitHub repo. You can get from Lovable when you do a project. I'll paste that right in, get the project started, and then we're talking the rest of the way. I'm telling it to push, pull, and I know if you, get commands and all that, but this is how I roll. So if we look now, we have all of our files here. We have our marketing docs. We should have the updated README. Let's see. Yep, yep. We have the updated README file here. So yeah, we have everything. And then again, I was really going to focus on just the branding and the design because I'm having some issues. We're having storms in my part of the world. So the weather is affecting me, but I'm hoping we can just run this. We're going to find out. I know I tried to run a project earlier and cursor went so slow, and then installing the dependencies went slow, and just everything just really didn't work for me. So I'm hoping those issues might have passed and we can get to running this. Okay, cool. This bolt.new changed a few things, but overall it has the layout right. It's enough to get started. So integrations, GitHub, um, we create a new repository. We can, but I might just download the code. We'll do this just in case though. But then let's just export, download, and we'll download all the code as a zip file. So we have that. Because again, there's that too. I've mainly created websites using vibe coding that are like React websites. I haven't done too much Next.js, and I for sure haven't built out a Next.js landing page and then tried to attach it to my existing Next.js project. So that's something we're going to have to play around and experiment with here. So we got the code. Let's go back. To cursor. Okay, it opened up in the wrong window. There we go. Bring it over here. So we have the app. We have our app right here. This is a good start. It's locally running. I can see some things. I'll take it. Let's start with this. Now, if you remember yesterday, Emery ran into some issues. He didn't have the permissions to do certain things. Now, the reason he didn't have permissions is because Thomas had me start the project out by creating that README file in the repo. So I'm the owner of the repo. Now, when it comes to being the owner of the repo, I can't reassign anyone else admin permissions or properties or anything like that because we don't have an organization. We would have to buy an organization plan and do that sort of thing. So that's why I couldn't just grant him permission and get him going yesterday, which really sucked. But since I do have the ownership of the repo, I can actually start a new project in for sale and I can bring it in. Now, I've previously reached out to Ray earlier to see if that's a good idea. He was sleeping earlier, or not sleeping. I can't say what he's doing, but it's early his time, so he should be sleeping or getting rest. But so we'll see if he gets on later, if he has anything to say as far as what I should do, shouldn't do. But, for now, we're going to make this work. And let's just go back to the localhost version and let's just try it and see what happens. So we're going to use that image we downloaded. What was the name of it? Oh, there it is right there. Bring that in, process document. Okay, one issue. Okay. Let's go back to cursor. And we're going to turn it to ask model mode and just say, I got this error. Can you help explain it to me so I can better understand it? I know there could be a catch with the environment variables and needing to install those and having the correct token thing. So it could be that. Okay, yeah. So you're saying that the Vercel blob, there's no token found. So again, that's to be expected. I knew this was happening. It's all good. All good. So let me just go over here. And let me just say, where can I insert my variables? Should I create a local .env file, environment file, or should I do it straight in Vercel if I was to move this over and deploy it to Vercel? What would be the best practice? Okay, got about 30 minutes to go. So I'm got to move with the speed of light here. Okay. Do we have a .env.local file in our file, like in our database directory in our repo? And is it marked with .get ignore? Is that included, or do we need to make this? Again, we might already have that going. Okay, here's the env template. The get ignore. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we are set up in that regard. Edit. Okay. We're about to cook. We're about to cook. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure Ray did get me the blob key that I will need. Okay, I'm going to move um, cursor out the window. Apologies, there's nothing exciting going on for the moment because I'm going to be doing all this off screen. I don't want to accidentally leak anything or anything like that. Okay, it says we need a Vercel public URL. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually push this to Vercel because, again, this will help out with the next developer too. Yep, 6 devs, 1 project. Deploy, baby. So, again, hopefully the next 3 developers, they're going to be focused mainly on back end user auth and launching this bad boy. So hopefully if I can help them get set up to where they don't encounter any more bottleneck issues like Emery faced yesterday due to me not being around to publish this. But hopefully I'll try to be around the next few streams as well. But just want to make sure we have everything. And it also says I'm going to need a Mistral API key. Okay, I've never used that, so I'm going to set that up real quick. And again, that too. Cool. We've published to Vercel, so the 1 step down. I'm just over on another screen setting up my Mistral AI account. Do 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 do. Got to create an organization name. Make some. Oh dang. Okay, there's that. I need API keys. There we go. Okay, I gotta choose a plan, I think. Oh, I got a 404 error when trying to choose a plan. Okay, I cannot create a key. And okay. It's weird. Okay, I'm headed back to Discord real quick. Again, if anybody in the ViPanda Discord is familiar with setting up Mistral, just let me know if I need to do anything to get my account ready to set it up for a plan. Because right now it's currently I'm getting 404 every time. But let me go back to Cursor because in the meantime, Cursor needs the URL, the public URL of our project. So let's go back here, continue to the dashboard. There's our URL. So I'm going to paste that in. Okay, so I have everything except the Mistral AI API key. Okay, so I'm just going to save for now, save that file. I'm not going to push any changes up, but we'll work with that. I'm going to bring this back over. Okay, no worries. Okay, we're going to pivot a bit. We're going to I have a landing page coded out in Next.js code. It's a completely separate project in a zip file. I want to add that landing page to be a part of this project. What's the best practices? What should I do? Do we have a landing page component? I don't think so. It's saying we might, but I don't want to replace the existing homepage. Add as a separate route sounds good. Let's go with option B. Let me know how I should provide you with the code. I have it in a zip file, but I mean, we can copy and paste. I can give you the whole zip. How can you take the code and integrate it? Okay, so I'm going to go to my zip file. Yeah, like on at home, it may seem like this is the longest thing in the world, and like these 2 hours are forever. Being behind the screen and streaming and doing this, no, this time goes by so fast. So fast. Okay, you can't just add the files. Okay, I got an idea. What if I take the folder? I don't think it went in. Let me go back. I really don't know the best spot for it. We'll just put it up here with that for now. These are the project files for the landing page. I just uploaded it into this folder. Let me know if we should put it somewhere else in our document, in our folder sharing, because I'm not the best with organizing the structure of the project. So let me know if this folder should go somewhere else and what we can do to integrate this landing page into our app. We got to get this connected because I'm really going to have to cook to get the design up to par. All right, it's trying to do its thing. It's running into some linter errors. It's probably going to handle that though. Just letting it cook. Just letting it cook. And hopefully I don't break the whole project, but if I do, we'll just roll it back. That is, kind of the one beautiful part about these things. Just going to tell it to continue. Copy that real quick. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so let me go back. Okay. For those in the loop and keeping up with this, Ray just hit me up. He said it would be a good idea to push to Vercel. I have done that already, so we are on Vercel. Not sure if he's watching or not, but just kind of I'm just typing to update Ray real quick. We're pushed. I haven't set keys and variables on Vercel yet though. Because I have the project URL. Can't make one. Okay. So I think Ray's joining the stream and he's at least watching now. Okay, so if Ray's watching, I just want to let him know. Okay, so we pushed it for sale. We got that happening. I haven't put in the environment variables on the back end here yet, like in Vercel. When it comes locally, I provided the blob key that you gave me. I gave this project URL in there that we added that as well. But I can't make the Mistral API key. The issue with that is, let me see if I can bring it back. I have so many windows open at this point. Okay, I went to Mistral API, made an account, got the account set up. And after getting the account set up, I went to API keys, and it says to make an API key, I have to choose a plan. When I click on choose a plan, I get 404, page not found. Okay, Ray's gonna help with a key. And hopefully I'm still connected good in Discord. It says there's some other speakers on stage. I don't know if they're not speaking, but I haven't heard anybody in a really long time, which is completely fine. I just want to make sure, people aren't talking to me and I'm clearly ignoring y'all or anything. Okay, Ray just said he was speaking in Discord. Okay, so I have no clue why I can't hear people in Discord now. Interesting. Okay, Ray was muted. Okay, okay, makes sense. Cool, cool, cool. Excellent, excellent. Just want to make sure it wasn't a me issue and I was ignoring people or anything. All right. So let's go back to Cursor for now. Okay, locked in. It's navigating. Yes, 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 yes. Visit/landing. Yeah, boom. That's exactly what I want. All right, so let's go back here. Okay, this is our live project. I'm not even in local no more. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's go back to Cursor. Let's go to the terminal. And again, I would normally just tell Cursor to run my project, but I'm starting to get used to a few of these things. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're back. We're back. I don't know why it made this view landing page button here. That's stupid. Well, we're back, baby. We got the landing page. We're in here. It looks horrible, but that's a great start. We're good. We're good. This is a great start. As much as it doesn't sound like it. Okay. Let's go back to Cursor. Please make all headings H1 through H6 a darker color. They're all light, close to white color on white backgrounds, and the contrast is bad. It's hard to read. Please improve this. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome. Woo, woo, woo. Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had so many plans, so much awesome stuff I wanted to share. Like I wanted to make images in Chat GPT. I wanted to animate them in VO2, but I was like, it's probably not super needed for this project. We're locking in on something serious, medical. But then on the flip, just wasn't time. Ran into so many issues. So okay, we have a Mistral key. That's great. I'm going to use that, but we're going to take Cursor off screen for a second. Okay, let's go back to them environment variables. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, once it's done, with these changes, we'll check them out real quick. But then I'm gonna push to main because we need to get the environment variables up. And then I'm still probably gonna have to add them in Vercel real quick, but we'll check in just a moment. Matter of fact, while that's cooking there, I'm gonna head over to Vercel on my end here and handle that. Okay, let's see what we got to do. Environment variables, there we go. Yeah, the copy came out really good. We just didn't get there visually, unfortunately. We're kind of behind in that department. Okay, I'm just going to quickly make sure things are running on localhost. Yep, things are working. Okay, great. That's all that matters. The environment variables are there, so let's push to main. I'm getting rid of that view landing page button though. For sure. And then kind of while it's doing its thing with that, let's see if I can't work on these environment variables. Okay, Vercel URL. Hey Ray, if you can confirm or deny with me, I'm taking all the environment variables and I'm going to put them in Vercel on the back end there. Just include all the ones we have here, the URL, cool. That's what I was thinking. Just wanted to confirm. Okay, let's see. Make this half screen if I can. There, that'll help a lot. Okay, there's. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yep. Okay, now that'll work. Then I'll leave that out and just leave that in our local for now. And then let's get these keys. There's one. There's two. Let's save. Is it because I put equals? Okay, yep, that's what it was. Okay. Got the blob read write token and the Mistral API key both in our Vercel project in our environment variables. So let's see, where did it go? Okay, cool. Okay, so I deployed locally. We'll have to redeploy. We'll just, matter of fact, go to cursor. What was. Okay, go to cursor. On our main app page, next to the heading, it has a view landing page button. Please get rid of that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm showing cursor. You only see the website? Oh, yeah, I'm so confused. On the stream, it should be showing. But yeah, I see where it's not updated there on the Discord. Let's see. How can I update it in Discord? Let's see. Stop streaming. Give me 1 second, everybody. Just updating for Discord. Okay, hopefully we're back. And you should be seeing cursor. Cool, cool, cool. We're in the building. All right, so I'm trying to move quick here. Let's see. Okay, Ray, I want your opinion. I've updated locally. Oh, damn. Damn. I'm out here exploiting us. That was not my intention at all. Um, okay. So, oh, that threw me off. I was gonna say I put the keys in Vercel on the back end, and you said we might have to redeploy again. Yep, cool. Yep, I'm in. Bring it right here. Can you see it? What the heck? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's try YouTube. My channel. Boom, there we go. Okay, then we go right back. Yeah, I don't know why it's not sharing with me anymore. Like it was working perfectly earlier. Because yeah, it's still showing cursor in the Discord. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm still sharing the wrong screen. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. We're just gonna have to quit sharing for a second. 1 second. Okay, go to the where am I headed to? Deployments. I think Ray's muted again. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, let me go back to cursor. Let's push this. Should have pushed. Should happen automatically, but just like to be sure. Nah, it's gonna take too long. No worries. I could just do it here. Let's see, project. Okay, no. Okay, let me just go back. Oh. We're just gonna lock in and get it done. Okay, it's running into some errors. Hopefully it's gonna help us with those. course, we run into some last minute errors. Okay, it's making some updates. Looks like it's going to try again. Pushing to GitHub at the moment. All right, we're uploading to Vercel. While we're waiting, I'm going to try to get Discord set back up. Okay, hopefully we're set back up in Discord and it works now. I'm hoping. We'll see what happens if we move some stuff around. Okay, yeah, I think we're good on Discord again. Well, no, let me see, because I can't see my preview. No, I don't feel like I feel like it's just showing cursor in Discord again. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how to fix that at the moment. But all right, it's previewing, it's building. It's going kind of slow, slower than I'm used to. It says building here though. So we're just going to go back to the project. It says ready. Did it finish? Cool. It fixed that button on the side. Boom. Our landing page works, even though I wasn't able to visually get it where I wanted. Now let's just try that screenshot or image. Come on, baby. Hey. Okay, there's some formatting to be done for sure. But hey, this was good. Let me go ahead and open the image to show you what we're working with. And this wasn't like the biggest, huge, medical certificate. This is basically just, a doctor's note saying someone has to be exempt from school, like they'll be staying home. But it's all in French, and we can read it all in English here. Now it seems like you can just click in the camera button, it will show. Let's see if that helps. Okay, let's just stop stream. Okay, so now Discord can see everything too. We'll go back just to show it off one more time. Okay, so here, this is published on the web right now. We have a working web link. Again, I can copy the link, new tab, put landing behind it. Boom, we have a landing page. Images don't work. It's not where it needs to be, but I'm comfortable knowing a developer behind me will be able to work on that and fix that. So again, I'm going to import a teacher's note or a doctor's note for a teacher. It's in French. We'll upload it. Man, I got cooked. I was going to make this all white and gray and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, we did not get there. But here it is, translated French to English, all the text. General medicine, medical certificate must be exempted from physical and sports education. Bing, bing, bing. And then again, if I share the image, you can see it on stream. You won't be able to see it in Discord. I might just share it in Discord after the stream in a second. But it clearly shows that it's working. We have the prototype. Now, we'll definitely want to work on formatting and saving, and then, of course, creating user accounts next. So these documents will be established and saved to that specific user. And then, like we saw earlier in the research, the 7 days of holding the documents and then automatically deleting them, or automatically deleting links to documents. So that way there's that added security. But yeah, um, all in all, things are good. I definitely feel a little disappointed, a little defeated. We did not get to any of the visual stuff that I really wanted to, but there's always next time, next competition, next challenge. But we did get this working. We got it deployed on Vercel. This will definitely help the next three developers. And we got a landing page cooked that I know at minimum one of our developers, maybe even the last developer, Harry, can jump on and really spruce this up and make it do its thing. But just for record, we still have 6devs, oneproject.com that you can go to and keep up with all the past episodes, the entire mission. And just for the record, I did design this website, so I'm not totally horrible at design. It's just hard to design on a time limit. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I'm so proud of it, especially like the playlist, like you just mentioned, like definitely getting that in so we could all have our previous episodes was killer. So I'm just like, it's all good to go. And then tiny quality of life update. This little bit of information, which like explains tomorrow's stream happens at 2 p.m. with Zach Rose. This is all JavaScript, so it's going to automatically update based off this schedule. I don't have to change anything. Super simple, super small, but I like it. It helped. Oh, and for anybody watching, this down here works. So if you want to join our newsletter and stay up to date with 6devs, One Project, even after this one, we're going to keep doing this series with different developers. Feel free to sign up. And if you want to join in and be a part of this challenge, feel free to click on this tab, click the link. It will take you to our Notion form, fill it out, and we'll get you set up. But yeah, I think that's it for me as far as the official live stream goes. I'll kick it for a few minutes and chat in Discord. Again, Vibe Panda Discord. And matter of fact, just so everyone on the stream can participate in that, give me 1 second here. Ecamm. Let's see. There we go. So if you're watching on stream on right now, you should see to your right the QR code. If you take a screenshot, take a picture, or use your phone, you can use that QR code and that will immediately shoot you over the invite link to join the Vibe Panda Discord, where we'll also be keeping up with 6devs, One Project, but also just all types of cool vibe coding, vibe community stuff over in the Vibe Pandas. So check us out, follow us there. Special thank you to Ray for jumping in and helping me when he could. A big shout out to Emery because he laid the foundation so well. Another shout out to Thomas Olson for creating this entire thing. Shout out to, again, Vibe Panda, Imaginary Space. And I thank everyone for watching and participating. And be sure to check out Zach's live stream tomorrow, 2 p.m. And again, you can check out this episode as well as all past episodes, 6devs, oneproject.com. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.